Hi everyone, this is Ronnoxia, and it's about time that I actually started my fourth Q&A video. And you may notice that I know this is one of the oldest games that I've played, Dynasty Warriors 8, including some of its ridiculous voice acting, but more on that later. I thought it'd be time to actually be appropriate to give you guys my next Q&A video. And I actually have quite a few, and I'll give you some of my best questions that I've been asked so far. And I'll mention this again at the end of the video, but if you have any like real questions you want to ask me as well, personally, or whatever, you can just write down in the comments below. But again, I'll repeat that once we get this over with. Not to say get that over with in a bad term, but rather you get the drift. Anyway, my first question is, what has your hardest walkthrough to record been so far? I think you meant to ask what my hardest recording has been so far, which pretty much I would have to say Until Dawn was the hardest, because for some reason at random times through my recordings it would cut itself off. I don't know why, but then I'd have to go back and start all over again. It was the most annoying thing ever. And just when I think I'd have enough progress, I'd have to go back an episode, therefore spoiling it for myself. It was just a catastrophe of a mess. It was just completely unnecessary. Okay, now my second question. How long have you known Maple Knight 1? Well, I actually knew him from about 3 years ago when I went to a trading school in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. We met and we were best friends ever since then, and we're still best friends. We're really close to each other. It's like we're family. But we knew him because I would often play video games right next to him. And we had one other friend by the name of Ryan. The three of us hung out all the time when we were there. And then because of Maple Knight and I, we would actually have like an audience just watch us play video games all day. It was the best feeling in the world. It really was. And we swore that we would hold our sacred brotherhood ever since then. And it was really fun having him around. It really was. And he still is my best friend to this day. Now, I don't know if I actually answered that question or not from previous videos. You'd have to look it up and tell me, but Maple Knight, he came, like I said, from Johnstown, and we did a lot together, which was a really nice thing, because we would just, like I said, we would play video games, watch movies, and do all kinds of things. It was just absolutely fun. Alright, on to my next question, which is the third one. You had mentioned that Maple Knight 1 had an idea of starting his own YouTube channel as well. What is it called, and is it ready for review? Well, truth is, he actually has made a YouTube channel. He's only got a few videos on it, but I've actually gotten a few giggles about it, so I'll leave in the comment section, or not in the comments, I'll write down in the description below to, show you what it is, the page, to take you the direct link to the page if you catch my drift. This is not a question, but I just wanted to say you have vastly improved on editing your videos. Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. It took me a while to, like, warm up to the fact that I had to use Share Factory, which, I did a video on that, by the way, check that out. But, it took me a while to actually get used to the editing stuff. It's a lot easier than it used to be, I'll tell you that. And then, I think my only problem anymore is the fact that I can't really increase my thumbnails unless I get Photoshop. But that costs money, so I kind of can't do that because, you know, I'm pretty much as broke as enough to get some ramen noodles like a college student. Wow, did that come off wrong? Never mind. No, but I have no money, so, and I only do this for fun anyway, so it shouldn't really affect me, to be serious. You said a few times that you were going to try and stream videos. What happened? Well, once again, I have no money, so I'm pretty much poor, so I can't even do that, which is sad. So, yeah, apparently I thought it was free, but apparently I needed this thing. I was looking it up the other day, and I wanted to find out what I needed to do to stream, and there's this almost $200 thing that I had to use. So I was like, that's not happening. So apparently that happened, and it just wasn't fun. So I can't stream for a while because, again, I'm broke, and again, I'm only doing this for fun. So that's that for you people. What is your most famous and easiest voice impressions that you can do? Well, if I had two of them, one would be my Kermit the Frog voice accent, because apparently it's not easy being green. But then one of my more one of my most favorite ones, I can't think right now today, guys, I'm sorry, but my most impressive one
has to go to my Mickey Mouse voice. I mean, come on, who else can sound like that besides the duck voice?
He's one of my favorite YouTubers, by the way. But anyway, being Mickey Mouse has earned me quite a bit of reputation because of one of my videos that I did in the past called Sunder the Arrival.
Where Mickey Mouse had to collect all 8 pages before he got murdered. Haha.
So yeah, there was that, and I occasionally did my Kermit the Frog, and a lot of people will actually ask me how I learned my accents. It was actually self-taught. I would actually watch videos on YouTube with Kermit and Mickey, and I would try to pretend to be them until I realized I could actually do it, which freaked me out, but it made me happy, and I was able to do puppet shows on Sunday mornings to teach Bible lessons to kids, and I used to do that all the time. Unfortunately, I don't do them anymore, which is really sad, and I miss doing it. I'd like to do it again, but
in the meantime, I can use them for YouTube, huh? It'll be so great!
What did you think of the new Star Wars The Force Awakens movie? I loved it. Normally, when I go to the theaters or whatever, I will go at least twice so I can catch something new. I enjoyed it so much that I did not go just twice. I went not 3, not 4, but 5 times, and I caught something new each time. There's just 2 questions I have about the movie. One of them had to be, why was there another Death Star wannabe? And then my second question has to be, who was the old guy at the very beginning, like when he was talking to the captain or whatever? I still have, oh, Poe, that's his name, Poe. Who was the old guy that was talking to Poe at the very beginning? I'm not sure, but he seemed like an interesting guy that I should have known somehow, yet I don't know who he is. But those are my, like, 2 big criticisms about the movie. The second question just might be a dumb one, but out of fairness, they should not have built a second Death Star. Or, I'm sorry, Star Killer, because that's really original, Disney. But, that's besides the point, simply because it's nothing new. I mean, I would have been impressed if they had, like, I don't know, a giant battle station that wasn't a sphere, you know? Just saying, but that's just nitpicking. But it was so good, I can't believe it actually went really high up on sales. It was enjoyable, that's nothing new. It was really enjoyable, and I didn't regret watching it every time. It was really good. I think one of my favorite scenes actually has to go where Rey was being interrogated by Rilo Ken, only to have Rey interrogate Rilo Ken, which was really funny because it was like the opposite of what he was supposed to do, and it was something new, which was really needed, so there was that. Are you excited for Kingdom Hearts 3 to never come out? Okay, that joke's starting to get slightly old because Kingdom Hearts 3 will come out Sunday, but it better not be before I'm 90, so hint hint wink wink, Square Enix and Disney. And then, actually, there was I think the reason they said that is because there was actually a tweet last year that came out of nowhere, where it was supposed to release in 2015, which is why I was hyped up. And then, when it came to fruition of my fear, yeah, it wasn't fun to deal with. So, I really want Kingdom Hearts 3 to come out. I want to experience the story. I want to see Xehanort die, but it better be the best one, having to wait since 2005. It has now been 11 years that I've been waiting in my life. That's half my life I've been waiting for this new expansion to come out. So it's a little sad, but oh well, what else can I do? You said one day that you played World of Warcraft. What realm do you play? Well, first, if you actually want to find me, my name, of course, is Ronnoxia, and you can find me on Icecrown US. If you ever want to play with me, just throw me an inbox, or write down in the comments below, or find a mailbox and do it the old-fashioned way, and just write me a letter saying you want to play along. I'll be more than happy to welcome you all with warm hugs and, maybe betrayals. But we'll see about that when the time comes. Okay? What are your favorite seasons of SpongeBob SquarePants? I'd say all of them were good, up to an extent. I would say season 6 would have been the one that pretty much killed my appetite for SpongeBob, but I will never forget how really funny and how classic it really could be. all they seem to do these days is just repeat itself, which is very annoying, and you'll notice this too, because there'll be a lot of, like, similar plot points compared to the older SpongeBob's, but again, that's besides the point. Before I continue with this video, I want to really apologize for not being able to focus. It's just, I've had a really bad day today, and it's just, I can't explain how really annoyed I am that I'm not really focused, but what can one man do against such reckless hate? But anyway, my next question is, why don't you swear in your videos? That's actually one of the most often questionable questions that I've gotten. Questionable questions. It's the biggest question I've gotten in my entire YouTube channel. It's because I try to keep it clean, unlike most people. Like, I would like to, but I can't bring myself to do it. As a good person, I just simply cannot do it. So, I always try to keep it clean. I mean, no offense at all, but do you have any disabilities or handicaps? Again, I don't mean to offend or insult, but I am merely curious. Actually, I am not offended or insulted at all. I'm actually glad someone finally asked. To tell you the truth, I have autism. There's over thousands of cases of it, and I've actually had it since I was 2. I might do like a small little documentary about myself about it someday soon, but I just wanted to tell the world now that I have autism. But it's been a long road. It really has been, and it's been a huge struggle, but here I am today, so. If you have any more questions about that in particular, write down in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer about that. Okay, and I got one more question on my list. What are those? I don't know. Do you mean my shoes? Did you mean my videos? I don't know. It was just a random question I thought was hilarious when I saw on my checklist. I don't know. Well, everybody, that was my 4th Q&A video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry I wasn't as focused as I usually am, but what else can I do? But I hope that answered some of your questions. If you have even more questions for me to do for a future Q&A video, I'll be more than happy to answer. Just write down in the comments below and I'll see what I can do for you. So, anyway, this has been Ronnoxia. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and check out other videos I've done. And I will see you in my next episode. Bye-bye!